First of all, during the holidays, just try and eat smart. It's not just what you eat, it's how you actually eat it. If you email me before the holidays and you get your pH sheet list, you're going to actually be able to see that when you eat 3/4 of your meal alkaline and 1/4 of your meal acidic, that you just will not gain weight. And as long as you're not eating, like hundreds of chocolates over the holidays, your body will go to its natural state of weight. pHing is all about, boosting your immune system, helping you get healthier, have a lot more energy, and just be fit. So step number 2 I'm going to share with you is just setting yourself up for success, because you really just have to think about planning a healthy diet as a number of small, manageable little steps, because so many people think that when they need to change their eating habits, that it has to be this huge, drastic change, and it really doesn't have to be. So just do little bit by little bit. The easiest thing that you can do is just simplify. So instead of being concerned, with always having to count your calories and always measuring your portions, I like to think of, your food as colors, variety, and freshness. And for me, when I look at my plate when I'm eating and I see all these beautiful colors like the oranges and yellows and the greens, it actually makes me feel happier. And I know it sounds really crazy, but if you just simplify your diet, all your foods, you'll actually be able to eat a lot healthier. Just start making really, really slow changes, because everybody sometimes thinks that when you have to actually make a change in your lifestyle of eating, that it has to be this really big thing and it has to be really, really drastic, and it doesn't have to be. And I was out for dinner on Saturday night, and I got to share some tips and tricks with 2 awesome ladies. We were just saying, when you want to eat healthier, it doesn't have to be something that puts you under huge, huge stress. And so many people think that has to happen. So tip number 4 on it is just remember that moderation is key. I found that eating healthy in moderation is easier, because so many people get wrapped up in these fad diets, and they get, they lose a couple pounds, and then after the holidays or after they're done their diet, they actually gain back all the weight, and they gain back more. The other thing I want to share with you, number 5, is try not to think of foods that are off limits. And this is my favorite tip, because when you're eating pH, you can eat anything that you want. You don't have to give up anything. And on some of the fad diets, you have to give up everything. And so what happens is your brain basically plays tricks on you and tells you that you can't have something. Now, what happens when you can't have something? You actually want it more. So what happens is you end up overindulging, overeating, and you just get so depressed and angry with yourself because you couldn't stick to it. So that's probably going to be the biggest tip that I'm going to teach you today, is don't think of things off limits. If you want to have something that you consider a bad food, consider it as part of your acid for the meal, and you can have anything that you want, and you don't have to have yourself all stressed out thinking that it's totally off limits. One thing you can do over the holidays as well, number 6, is just get into smaller portions. And when you go to restaurants these days, you're going to see huge amounts of food that's every place. And sometimes for us as human beings, we feel we have to eat everything. We always feel we have to eat everything. So I want you to look at everything in a smaller portion, because it's just not what you're eating, but it's how you're eating it. So look at your food as something that's nutritioning, nutritious for your body, instead of something that you just have to cram down because you're running from one appointment to the other, or because you feel that you have to eat it. So I want you to really, really think about smaller portions and just really listen to your body, because most of the time we're actually full. And we keep on eating, and our body is actually full, and then the message gets sent to the brain saying, hey, you're full. So another thing you can do is make sure, in your refrigerator for the holidays, when you have your guests, make sure you got lots of greens, make sure you got a lot of sweet vegetables, fruits, and just don't buy the stuff that you actually know is really, 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 really bad for yourself. But one thing you want to make sure you have a lot of is water, because water is a vital part of your body. So water takes up probably about 75% of your body. So you want to make sure that you have a lot of water, because when you're hungry, sometimes if you just have a glass of water, you actually can become full. So you can find the full tips and tricks, what I just shared with you. It's number 12 at Wendyladd.com. And I give a lot of different different avenues on what you can do for the holidays, how you can get yourself, slowly but surely into a pH balanced body. So the first thing I just want to share with everybody once again is you can certainly email me to Wendy@wendylad.com, and I will be more than happy to send you the sheet that actually you can print off that shares how to eat pH, how to alkaline, and how to have acid in your body. And you too can actually lose a couple pounds naturally every week, and you can hit your goals and your dreams. Okay, so that's where we're going to start.